As I mentioned a few moments ago, a legal challenge is being considered against plans to build a high-speed rail line between London and Birmingham. It's a story we've covered very many times on The Breakfast Show, but it won't go away. If it goes ahead, this line, it'll pass through North Oxfordshire, you see, and the countryside around Brackley. Joe Rukin is convener of the campaign group Stop HS2. He joins me now. Joe, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Malcolm.
What kind of legal challenge are you planning then?
Well, it'd be a judicial review. The government has a responsibility to make decisions in the country's best interest, and the judicial review process exists to allow the public to challenge government when they fail to act fairly or rationally. And we believe that the treatment of individuals directly affected is fundamentally wrong, and the lack of a sufficient business case or an environmental case means decisions to proceed so far today is unfair, and there are lots and lots of holes in it so far that, big enough to drive a high-speed train through.
But tell me how they failed to act fairly.
Well, obviously, there's only so far I can go at the moment, fear of prejudicing future proceedings, but still, no one has been officially contacted by government, even if the house would be demolished, for example. No one whatsoever. The only people who've had any contact from HS2 Limited are people who have contacted HS2 Limited themselves, and that's completely unreasonable. People have found, you've covered, say, Lizzie Williams' walk, when she's walked the entire route, especially when she hit the M25 and this was going through Ruislip. There were people whose houses were going to be demolished who knew absolutely nothing about it, and it was only from her knocking on their doors that, and it's a really terrible situation for her to be in, to be perfectly honest, because, coming like the angel of doom and saying, you do realise that your house is going to be knocked down if this goes ahead, and these people had no idea whatsoever.
Now, that does surprise me, but a legal challenge, that sounds costly. Can you afford it?
Well, there's some donors who are willing to give us some money. However, obviously they want to see that we can raise money ourselves and that the public support this. So what we're doing is we're asking for £5 from everyone affected, which is hardly, it's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money, bearing in mind that what we could achieve. And if what people want to donate, they can donate through the website, or they can make cheques to Stop HS2 and send them to Caesar Road, Kenilworth, BB8 1DL.
What has to happen, from what I can see of it, is that all you groups need to join together. There's too many.
No, we have.
Oh, that's
no,
good.
we have.
That's good.
Stop HS2 was formed out of a meeting of the action group, all the action group chairs. We keep saying we've got about 50, but we've got slightly more now. We've got 52 action groups up and down the line. And yes, we came together. We started coming together actually 7 months ago.
Okay.
There was a meeting in Quainton in Buckinghamshire, and we've had, I think, 7 meetings of the action group chair since then.
Well, you sound determined, but Philip Hammond has visited places on the route. David Cameron got up in the Tory party conference in Birmingham this week and supported this route, this line. You're not realistically going to stop it. You might be throwing money down the drain here. Have you considered this, that you probably are taking on a fight you can't win?
Oh, no, not at all. The thing is, when you listen to Cameron's speech, it's clear that he doesn't know what he was talking about, because he was saying things, it will be great for the environment to get people on this train and out of their cars. Well, actually, David, HS2 will be 35% more polluting than cars. And he said, all the studies show that it has great regenerational benefits. Well, actually, the study from Imperial College London shows no, and so does the study from the University of Barcelona, which says that it will just benefit London, just benefits the primate city, because they studied into what high-speed rail has done in Spain.
Okay, Jim.
And he doesn't know what he's talking about. And U-turns like this, they have happened before. I was with the National Union of Students with the 1994 Education Act, which came out exactly the opposite of what it was meant to be. And that was in John Major's conference speech, much like this was in David Cameron's.
Okay.
And of course, this time we have a coalition government. So it's totally winnable.
We shall see. You mentioned a website. Time's going to beat us on this, so very briefly, give us a website if people want to know more or want to donate to your fight.
It's stophs2.org.
We wish you well. Interesting stuff. Joe Rukin there, from the campaign group Stop HS2. It appears as if the protesters are getting themselves organised and ready for battle. StopHS2.org if you want to donate or find out more.